You're listening to Independent TV 7. Our Brigadier Commander Tilawan's recklessness allowed Boko Haram kill many, make residents flee homes, military source says in Damasak, Borno State. A military source in Borno State said the town has been deserted and residents camper for safety due to the incessant attacks by insurgents on the town. Wow, see what the new brigadier has just done, by not allowing the soldiers deploy their weapon. The military source has revealed how the recklessness and rash decisions of Brigadier Commander SS Tilawan allowed Boko Haram to launch attacks on Damasak that resulted in the killing of several civilians and forcing many to flee the town. Damasak town, headquarters of Moba local government area of Borno State, has been in the news over consecutive attacks in the area by the insurgents. A military source in Borno told Sahara reporters on Wednesday that the town has been deserted as residents camper for safety due to the incessant attacks by insurgents on the town. According to him, only soldiers are left at the military base located in the town. That means the town is empty. The whole town is empty. He blamed this on the actions of the new Brigadier Commander SS Tilawan, who made some adjustments in deployment when he was deployed to the area last December. The source, who has been in Damasak for 5 years, said the town has always been dreaded by Boko Haram militants due to the heavy security the military provided for the town, but the situation has changed. The source called on the Borno State Governor, Babagana Zulum, and the new Chief of Army Staff, Ibrahim Atairu, to immediately look into the security threat at Damasak with a view to resolving it. He said Damasak town is empty. All the civilians in Damasak have pulled out because their security is shaken. We only have soldiers left in Damasak now. See also military, how we received order not to repel Boko Haram attack on the Borno town, Damasak. The civilians are lamenting seriously that since this Brigadier Commander SS Tilawan came, all these things started. The governor should come and see by himself and do something. We have been here since 2016 holding this ground. Boko Haram had never smelled this town, but since this man came, he brought order of redeployment and the deployment was scattered. That's why Boko Haram had the courage to enter Damasak. In Damasak town now, there is no civilian. The Chief of Army Staff should do something urgently to come and remove the 5 Brigade Commander SS Tilawan and 145 Battalion Commander 1 Lieutenant Colonel S.A. Ochala. He said 9 civilians were killed in Tuesday's attack while 4 soldiers sustained injuries, noting that the soldiers had been taken to hospital in Maiduguri, the state capital, for treatment. The source expressed the belief that the new service chiefs want to bring an end to the insurgency in the region. He said in his 5 years of service in the region, he had not seen the Air Force work as much as they are doing now. On Tuesday, that these militants attacked us again, 9 civilians were killed in the town. I know this is an attack on the new service chiefs. I know these new service chiefs, especially the Army and Air Force, want to stop the insurgency, but there are people that don't want this insurgency to end. I believe that Atairu and the new Air Force chief are making effort to stop the insurgency, because in my 5 years in Maiduguri, I have never seen where jets fights like this, but since these new chiefs came into office, the jet is always active. We see them in every attack. Yesterday, they worked like able men. I know people like former Chief of Army Staff don't want the insurgency to stop. He has shed blood in this country. There was a time that over 250 soldiers died, and Tuko Buratai told the media that it was only 33 that died out of 200 plus. A half of a battalion died. In other countries, generals are like gods, but in Nigeria, they use it as an opportunity to make money. Let the new Chief of Army Staff try his best and end this insurgency. Anyone who ends this insurgency will be worshipped. Why is the new Chief of Army Staff being interrogated? The person who was given $1 billion to buy the weapon, why couldn't they invite or jail him and ask him about the money? Why are they asking someone who just took office? The service chiefs are really trying for now. It seems they are really ready to put in their best to end the insurgency, but people are still dying. Soldiers are dying. Though we didn't lose any soldier yesterday, but 3 soldiers were injured. They took them to Maiduguri this morning. The Boko Haram fighters suffered so many casualties, but we couldn't cover their dead bodies due to much firing. Their body parts scattered. Their legs, heads went separate ways. The Boko Haram guys burnt some houses on Tuesday, but the Air Force did a good job. The chairman of the local government area, Mustapha Bako Kolo, had earlier said residents who fled Damasak left for neighboring Niger Republic. An unspecified number of internally displaced persons (IDPs) were also injured during the attack. According to Kolo, many residents had relocated to Maiduguri or into the town of Difa across the Niger border following 3 previous attacks, but other residents decided to stay back. On Wednesday, residents who remained left the town across the border following militant attack on Tuesday. The fleeing residents wanted to seek refuge in nearby Gamari village across the border, but were told that the jihadists had warned the villagers not to host anyone from Damasak. A resident who spoke with AFP said the insurgents went to Gamari last night and gathered the people and warned them not to accept any humanitarian aid from NGOs, non-governmental organizations, and not to accommodate anyone from Damasak. The only option left to us is to go to Difa, where most of our kinsmen fled to in the past 2 days, the resident said. Late on Tuesday, the jihadists stormed Damasak, burning a divisional police station after a failed attempt to raid the base. A resident, Mustafa Gashiga, said 8 people had been buried, but other bodies had not been recovered, and 17 were seriously injured. The military source who spoke with Sahara Reporters said despite all that had happened, fighting between the jihadists and troops was still continuing around the base. This story is a pathetic one. According to the soldier, the source that said, he said the commander, that commander needs to be questioned. What is his goal? What is his own aim concerning this attack? He must have hand in the attack, because the military said so. The military source said he revealed how the recklessness and rash decision. The Brigadier Commander SS Tilawan, he allowed Boko Haram to launch attack on Damasak and resulted into many killings. Meanwhile, the previous Chief of Army Staff Buratai never wanted the insurgents to end. So by God's grace, God will open all their hidden evil acts by God's grace. Now, according to the soldier that is reporting this, he said it seems the new Chief of Army is ready, and the Air Force, they are all ready to make these insurgents end. Somebody says he has done a good job. That's the irony of life in Nigeria. Thus, the right is always wrong and the wrong is always right. Those who are intelligent enough and have a sane mind knows that Brutai is in support of the insurgents. He is the biggest beneficiary of the insurgents. He knows how much he had made from the federal government from the days of Jonathan, when he was the director of purchase and supply in the defense headquarters under Alex Badi. Boko Haram will not end in Nigeria until those who are benefiting from it while they are in the uniform are ripped of their power. Buratai and his colleagues have caused Nigeria so much pain because of their deteriorated and greed approach in tackling insurgency. Until it spread out of other parts of the country, God will judge him and many others who abet terrorism in Nigeria. You are listening to Independent TV 7. Kindly subscribe or share this news and others can be aware. Thanks for listening.